Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode
Ship
of...
sighted, bearing 118.
Thank you. Silent Hunter 5. Full disclosure, this is the second time
Course
I have
315.
started
Returning
recording
to
this
New
episode.
waypoint. Course
Um,
193.
First time, made it to the east coast of England just fine, sailed around a bit, didn't find anything, and then I got to about here,
Escort sighted, bearing
and I sunk.
339.
Don't know why, don't know what I hit, don't know if I hit anything, but the boat just went down. So I said, screw that noise, we're reloading.
We are in shallow waters,
You know,
Captain.
It's my video series. I can do what I want. Anyway, when we last left off, we had returned to Heligoland there to restock on torpedoes. You can see we're loading tubes 1 and 2 right there. And we will be heading back to the east coast of England. First, however, we are going to spend one of our promotion points on our gunner, Max Bauer here, born and raised in Wilhelmshaven, to a father who worked in the docks. He's an amateur boxer, and he's like a force of nature. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but very physical, strong, and athletic. That's why he's manning the big gun. So we've got two options for upgrades. We've got reload drills, and we have precision drills. We're going to go with precision, mainly because of what we're going to use the gun for. Those little fishing boats that I had such fun torpedoing, and they were a blast, hardy har har. That's kind of a waste of ordnance, to be honest. We could take one of those out with a couple of shells, and I would imagine shells are cheaper than torpedoes. Not that economies really factor into this, and I'm not going to, cause Nazi Germany to lose the war because I shot too many torpedoes. But it does make more sense to hit them with shells than with the
We are in
expensive
shallow waters, Captain.
big old torpedoes that are better for taking down convoys quietly and larger fleets quietly as well, I guess. Theoretically, quietly anyway. So lone merchants, little fishing boats, things like that, we're just going to take down with a gun. If we take a look at the map even, I don't think that those little fishing boats counted for anything. Usually this bar would fill up with the amount of kills we've got. And despite sinking a couple of fishing trawlers, this bar hasn't moved at all. So, yeah, we're going to... Hello, Algeria. Thank you. We are going to head back to England, see if we can find a convoy. Would be preferable, because then we could get this mission done in basically one go. And if we can't, then we'll just have to discover some ships we can send to the bottom, and hopefully not hit whatever it was we hit, and wind up on the bottom ourselves. That's not the objective. So I will be back when something interesting happens, and we'll see you then. Alright, so I've spent the better part of a day, game time obviously, sailing around the east coast of England trying to find something, and the only thing I've found are a couple of flights of hurricanes. So, time for a new plan. What I'm going to do is pick this port here, well, these two ports here. And my thinking here is 2 ports are better than 1. And I just want to set my submarine
New waypoint. Course
to
25.
look at them. Just like this. And we are about...
Great.
What are we going to be about? We're going to be about 110 kilometers out. It's a little bit further than I would like, so we'll hit the deep water here.
Ship sighted, bearing 318.
Look at that. I don't even need to okay, let's get like that. They're going 11 knots, so we'll go a bit quicker. It's night, so their visual range is going to be nice and low, despite the fact that we can already see them, and I can see the silhouette. It is not that big of a ship, and there are 2 of them. So, what we should do... How far out are they? They are 5 kilometers out. That's going to be our best line on them. Although we're kind of just staying along like that for most of it. Alright. Dieter!
Jawohl, Herr Kanon.
There's really no need to whisper.
Man the deck on!
Exactly. Thank you.
Jawohl, Herr Kanon.
What have we got? How's your family? Yes, we know. We know how your family is. Now, there is our first target. Perfect. And there's going to be the second one. That's the one we need to deal with first, though. Gun crew, you may begin firing. Anytime, gentlemen. We're just out of range. I guess 5 clicks, that is a fair enough distance. Right, lads?
Task force sighted. Bearing 283.
It's really not much of a task force. It's 2 ships. Yes, there we go. Much too high, gentlemen. Or maybe not. Maybe it's a good thing I'm letting them do the shooting and not me. That could be a thing. Oh my word. Forgot to start the stopwatch. So now I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I'll try and get it at a decent watchable length and not something ridiculous. In the meantime, while we're shooting, let's go take a look. Have we caused any damage to you yet? Certainly not with that shot. Let's see. I'm assuming that... Yes, of course, that hole existed before. Oh! We hit a mast. Alright, and obviously we haven't done any damage to them. Nope, no need for that. Let's just see, are they still going quick? 7 knots now, and 5 knots. Okay, so we can conserve some fuel here. Although we don't, well, we might need to worry about that. Thankfully, we're close to port, so that shouldn't make much of a difference. Keep your firing up, lads. I think you're shooting over now. Ah, that's a good hit. Right on the bridge. Yes. Well, that one was so-so. But hey, don't worry. We'll get your accuracy with future missions. We'll get that accuracy up there. I want to say his name is Bruno, but I don't think it's Bruno. What is it? It is Max. Why would I think Max is Bruno? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're high. You're too high. You're still too high. You're too high and too far to the right. You're a stone Nazi. Come on, sober up. Get more centrist. Yeah, that's just not. Come on, Max. Do better. To be fair, if I was shooting without that aiming assistance, we'd be going nowhere. And I suppose, now that I don't know why the mini-map closes like it does, I suppose we could go under and get these guys with some torpedoes, but I mean the gun's working just fine, really. Just want to make sure this guy's not making a run for it. I can see him on the mini-map, but you know, it's good to just look over every now and then and just make sure. So while these ships are getting attacked, there's some... Oh! There's some exciting news today from Paradox Development Studios. They have released, or announced the games that they will be. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Some sort of communications tower, probably. Anything below the waterline yet, lads? No. Not in the slightest. Well, that could. You know, I have a feeling they're blasting this thing with high explosive shells, which is probably best for freighters. Anyway, Paradox has announced 2 new games coming out this year. One is, of course, Hearts of Iron 4, which, you know, I could take it or leave it, to be honest. I know a lot of people are excited about Hearts of Iron 4, but man, that's not my game. I really would have preferred to hear Victoria 3. That would have been cool to hear announced, or Rome 2. That would have been nice. But I know there's a lot of people out there who like the Hearts of Iron series, so congratulations, guys. You'll have future wargaming extravaganzas to kick back and do your thing with. Alright, that's gotta be close to death now. Really. I think we can switch to the other target. Because that guy, he's not going anywhere. Let's be honest. Right, 6 knots and probably slowing. Yeah, that guy's not going anywhere. The other new game, completely new series, not a sequel, is Runestone, I believe it's called. Oh yeah, that ship is messed up. Anything below the waterline? No, but you are definitely listing. So that's a good sign for old Guntram. You will be sinking at some point tonight. Yay! Runestone is a RPG set in a Norse mythological world. So that's going to be kind of exciting. I'm cautiously optimistic about what Paradox can pull off. Apparently it's in the Clausewitz engine, which makes it even more interesting. Combat in it is going to be a lot like Heroes of Might and Magic, which is a game I haven't played in over a decade. And even when I did play it, it was for an afternoon. So I don't know what to expect from it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Paradox is going to be doing with this new game in their lineup. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. And of course, expansions announced for Crusader Kings 2 and EU4. Crusader Kings 2 is going to India, which has me excited. A lot of people on the forums are concerned. They're like, "Hey, this isn't medieval. This isn't, you know, fitting in with what Crusader Kings is." And I can get that. I can understand that thought process. For me personally, what I'm excited about doing is taking the Byzantine Empire and trying to recreate Alexander's empire. Because if you're going to do it with any nation, or any kingdom, or any empire, it makes sense that it's the Byzantines, because they're Greek. And that is going to be a fun game. I can already picture it in my head, and it's just going to be a fun, long, exciting Crusader Kings 2 game. So I'm excited for that. And the trade companies in EU4, I think, are going to be sort of how Paradox changes up the colonization in Africa, and in particular in Asia, India and Asia, in that region. So much like the colonial nations in the Americas, you know, change completely how you approach colonization in EU4 now. I have a feeling the trade companies are going to do the same thing for the East, and I'm excited to see how that works out. I'm excited to see what they come up with. Hopefully by that time I'll have my England game finished, but I don't know when they're going to release it. Probably going to be late, because, you know, they just literally released a expansion for EU4, so who knows? Who knows? Other than the people at Paradox. Regardless, I'm excited. It's going to be cool. Let's go take a look at the other ship we're shooting at. And I'm really curious to see what goes on with Runestone. I keep wanting to say Hearthstone, and it's not the same game at all. This is a big boat. Well, maybe not, like, massive, but it's bigger than a fishing boat. Oh, and we got some hits below the waterline. Always a good thing. I don't know how we got it that low, but well done, Max. Max Bauer, well done. Wish that shot was below the waterline too, but I have a feeling she's going to be going down soon, which is good. And let's check on the other ship that's on fire and sinking, I hope. Because you're still you're trudging along, but that waterline, it's getting close to that hole, or that bottom deck. Although she's still moving. She's still moving. Getting low, but still moving. Let's... Okay. Let's use my McCheaterson ways. You're still going 6 knots. You've stopped. You're drop dead at 0 knots. Correct? Okay. That's a good sign. We're going to switch back to that transport then. Because if something's at 0, they're going to be sinking soon. If something's still moving, chances are they're not going down. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Explosions are always a good sign. From my perspective, at least. If my submarine was exploding, I don't think I'd be saying the same thing. And I'm guessing you're auto-firing at that guy? Yes? Good. Good gemacht. Although he's going to be going down soon, too. Now, let's quickly check. Did that ship get added? It did. You can see that moved up just a teensy little bit. So, perhaps the fishing boats were added. They were just so incredibly tiny that they didn't matter. Now, one thing I noticed while I was coming across this transport fleet, and what might explain why I sunk in the previous recording, that none of you will ever see because it's been shift deleted, the game didn't bother telling me that these guys were here. Like, I was zoomed in at the right level on the minimap, I guess, and it picked them up. So, good for me, but we're kind of moving away from you, aren't we? And considering you're going 0 speed. So, I'm wondering if, much like...
Depth under keel is 94 meters, Captain.
That button occasionally not telling me what the depth is, this could be the same thing. It could just not be telling me ships are near while I'm playing this time. So I'm going to have to keep extra special attention and just make sure that I keep an eye out for ships that I don't see. Which I do have to say, it is a bit difficult while you're traveling these distances up and down here to not use the time acceleration, like, at all would be ridiculous. That, you know, despite the scale being down, or it not being, like, perfectly to scale, my god, there's no way I could play this game in complete real time. And I think that's both of them. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can see that bar filled up a little bit. And while we're sailing through, let's check on... Please just stop firing if the ship is going under. That ship's definitely going under. And how's the other one looking? Like he's in much of the same condition. Glorious. We really made Swiss cheese out of that ship. Yes. Sink. Oh, that's perfect placement. She'll get sucked right down. Alright. Well, while those guys go under, we shall continue.
New waypoint.
On our course.
3,
And I will be
4,
back when
1.
something exciting happens. So you see, the game never fails to stop me for aircraft. Which, like I say, at this stage, I don't find these airplanes being much of a threat at all. Like, they're scout craft at this stage, right? They're like, their initial World War One by ones.
Aircraft spotted. Bearing 39.
Alright, they don't do anything. I know they do in later missions, because I've played later missions, and they shoot you up. And it was a shock the first time they did. But at this stage, they don't do anything. And the game has no problem warning me about that. But ships, apparently, are at the game's discretion.
All stop. We're approaching our final waypoint.
And unsurprisingly, the AI doesn't want me to win. Anyway, we're
New
just...
waypoint. Course 23.
Actually, I should check
Returning
this.
to
Oh,
course.
ahead.
New
76, okay,
waypoint.
yeah.
Course
So we're just
3,
kind of...
4, 2. New waypoint. Course 199. New waypoint. Course 174.
doing patrol routes like this, and I'm going to stay nice and close so I can see if any ships come along so I don't wind up sinking again. And we will be back when something interesting happens.
Like to plot a new course, Captain.
Something interesting.
Maybe
And
a
thankfully,
search pattern. New waypoint. Course
the game decided that, hey, you know what?
137.
You might want to know about this merchant ship that's coming in at 12 knots. So we're going to set up an intercept course. We can see, thanks to my handy-dandy cheating, that's going to get us nice and ahead of it. So we can spin around and fire our guns, or spin around and drop a torpedo, or spin around and wave. I haven't decided on my approach yet, but probably not option 3. That would be a little ridiculous. Keep forgetting to turn on that timer. One of these days I'll get it right. Until then, who knows how long these things are going to be. Well, obviously you guys will. Hello, subsystems. Don't need you. So let's speed up some time. And, I mean, we must surely be within their visual range now. Right? Like, come on. Where are you at? You're back there. Still can't really get a lock on you, so that's okay. We'll just get our sub turned
New
around.
waypoint. Course 3.
Oh yeah, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Alright, so you may be visually gone. Holy hell in a handbasket. What happened to the ocean? Or my target. Okay. I'll stop.
All stop.
Thank you.
All stop.
Yes, thank you.
Periscope that.
Dive. Get down the ladder. Get down the ladder. Get down the ladder. Thank you. That should be. Come on. Aha! Okay.
Current depth 10 meters.
Thank you.
Engage electric motors.
Yes. I guess I could use the other periscope, but I quite enjoy using this one. So 339. 339. Should be somewhere around this direction. Right? Ah! Ha-ha! Almost dead ahead. Exactly where I thought it would be.
Slow speed ahead.
So we can go just a couple
Half
of
speed ahead.
degrees
New course
that
98
way.
degrees.
Alright, and considering... Well, actually, do I know? No, I don't. I don't know how far out he is, but it can't be that far. There's only one of them. So, let's surface the boat.
Surface the boat.
Come along. Wonderful. I hear... Oh, we're still underwater. No, it's just the rough seas. So she should be dead ahead. Mini-map. Aha! There she blows. Are you kidding? Why is that not a valid target? Do I need some Uzo? Give me the Uzo. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yes. Lock. Lock!
Tracking new target.
Okay. So I don't want to shoot torpedoes at it. Gentlemen,
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Man the decker!
thank you. And that is still targeted. That's good. Aha! There she be, coming at us at 12 knots. We're sliding slowly towards her, going about 6. That, right there, is what good hunting skills get you. Because obviously, I'm an amazing merchant hunter who's the best in the business. Or blind luck. This is also what blind luck gets you. How far out are we? I guess she's officially on my map, so I can get a range estimate of... Oh, 7 kilometers? We're here for a while. Alright. Let's speed up some time. And I would really like the seas to calm down, although they're not as rough as they were out there. They're starting to get a bit better. Let's see, we fired off a couple warning shots, and obviously because of the rough seas, we're missing. And coming in head on, that is a tiny target to have to hit. I think we may have got one there. Come on, just get one, Max. This is all about you. Big wave. Big wave through that shot. Well off. No excuse for that one, though, Max. Or that one. It should be pretty evident that you're pulling to the right. And again, you're probably too high. So quit being a stone Nazi and just shoot him. Although really, I think we're now probably what? 3 kilometers out? A bit more than 3 kilometers, so yeah, that's still an impressive distance for such a little boat being tossed around to go 3 kilometers with a shell. Up and then down. And actually hit... Well, at least that's a real ship this time. Looks like a bit of fire going on in the front. I believe we've got some holes below the waterline, which is always a good thing. All right. Well then, keep firing, sir. They're turning, for some reason, exposing their side to us. You're not going to give us a broadside. You're a freighter. And if they do start shooting, which they won't, that's not a freighter that has weapons. But if they were, we would obviously jump down and, you know... No. I just want to close the hatch to keep the submarine on the inside dry. Just realized all these waves were crashing over. My word. A ship could be flooding. Now, obviously, that's not in the game. But every now and then, it's fun to roleplay. Ladies, feel free to take that out of context. So I think would we send this ship to the greasy bottom? Yeah. When we send this ship to the depths, I'll end the video there and pick it up next time. But for now, we can watch this thing get missed by a bunch of German shells. One nice thing that I wish was in this game. So one thing that would be nice, not one nice thing. I just wish ships had names. I would like that. Even if it was random. I don't need them to have historically correct names, but I'd like to know what freighter I'm sinking. Is she trying to make a run for it? No, she's back. Turning towards me, so we'll just go a couple more degrees to the
New
east.
course 96 degrees.
Yeah, really screw up Max's shots here. Sorry, Max. Gonna have to deal. And let's see, how are we doing? Torpedoes full. That's always good. Whoops. Subsystems. Fuel is looking good. Battery level is fine. We haven't gone under. So the one thing that I wish I could see on the screen is how many rounds for the gun that I have left. Because I don't know. And I can't see it, right? I don't think. So we've got total torpedoes 11, 4 back reserves, obviously in the torpedo screen, so that's fine. I would just I mean, here would be a nice spot to be like, this is how many armor piercing, and this is how many high explosive shells you've got. Just somewhere, or even on the gunner. Like, there's no way to access that information except actually going in. And this is the frustrating part, right? Like, I gotta actually go in. And excuse me, Max, I'm gonna take over for a moment. So I can see I've got 27 armor-piercing shells left. 27. And then I should have a full complement. I've got no high explosive shells left, and no anti-aircraft shells. Well, I might have anti-aircraft shells, just not for this gun. But I've just got 27 shells left. And I think I left port with 120. Not that I'm complaining about the amount of shells that are being used, I would just like to see that I'm using that amount of shells. And to try and do something about it. Well, maybe not even do something about it, just so I can keep track of it. Because knowing now that I've got, once this ship goes down, less than 20 shells, I'm heading right back and resupplying. I can't operate without guns. Are we? That was a big wave. The boys below decks should be pleased that I have that door closed. So we load this up. We should come on. Probably.
New waypoint. Course
Change course a bit more to the east
314. Returning to course.
Have you?
Yes, sir.
Why have we stopped firing? Thank you, Max. There's nothing else on the horizon, I don't think. Just keep my eye open, but I don't think there's any other ships. I think this guy was alone. I mean, right now, my biggest fear, right, knowing that I've got less than 20 shells, basically, is what happens if I run out of ammo? And this guy's still chugging. Am I going to have to drop down and use a torpedo on him? I don't want to use a torpedo on something that I've already made relative Swiss cheese out of. But I could be planning that right now. I could be considering that. And instead, if I hadn't interrupted Max in his wonderful shooting, I wouldn't know. And then I'd just be greeted by a quiet gun, eventually. Perhaps I'll get some kind of warning that, hey, we're out of shells. But I'm almost thinking we won't. Quit shooting high. Seriously. All jokes aside, hit your damn target. And again, this is Captain's frustration. Look at what's going on. I'm impressed he can hit that thing at all. Considering what I'm asking him to do. Rough seas, bouncing ship, tiny ship. Take your gun, aim it at a ship that you probably can't see from the deck, other than the fire, and hit it. Repeatedly. Sink it. Sometimes. See, I don't like that. I don't like the quiet. Because I know we've been firing off a lot of shells since I last checked. And there's no way for me to see that old Max here is out. I don't get any notification that either of these are... Ah, I didn't even know that was here. Oh, there are sites. That's amazing. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. So, now... Oh my god. Thank you. Just stop.
Minimum speed ahead.
What are you trafficking? You're still going at 3 knots? Give me the Uzo. And apparently... Nope, we're still targeted. And which one is mine? That's mine. We're already going as slow as we can.
Closing
Might as well fire
tube
this out
2.
of tube 2. Or tube 1. And, oh, that's gonna get rough. Oh, you're kidding. That's the only way. It's the only way unless we dive.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, Dieter. Out of the way of the Uzo. Okay. So there we go. I mean, I really don't think I need to aim this thing. I'm fairly confident I've got a shot here. Come on. Basically, if I let her go
2,
there,
1, los.
I'm going to imagine that this is going to work. Alright, so there's a torpedo somewhere out there. Spin it around. Actually, no. Let's get this view. Because if there is going to be an explosion, I want to see it. And I don't think there's going to be an explosion. Nope, there won't be. Bloody hell. Okay, give me that. Low speed. Oh, give me that. Okay. So we're just past. But considering this is going to be a head-on shot, you know, like
Firing tube 2.
that should be good. I can only imagine people screaming at their screens right now. You idiot! It's easy. Line the 2 up to the 2. Yeah, it is easy. Oh, that is gonna be a miss, right? Maybe? Just. Alright, so obviously here. Thank you for saving. I needed that. Give me that. Might as well just keep wasting torpedoes. We're just going as slow as we can. We're zoomed in as close as we can. And we just got to get that 1 on top of the 1. Which is tough when the 2 is half covering it. Realize I shouldn't be complaining about how tough this aiming system is. Compared to how real aiming happens in this game, this is easy balls.
Firing tube 3.
Alright. That should be a freaking hit. Right, there goes the torpedo. Yeah, this will be a hit.
torpedo impact.
All right. Now, there's no getting away from that hole in the side of the ship. There's no getting away from Guntram Babenberg. All right, guys. We're going to leave the video there. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.